Good morning, dear students. Mr. Mahmoud Azab with you. Lesson 8.2, find volume of cylinders. Today, I can use what I know about finding volume of rectangular prisms to find the volume of a cylinder. Page 426, the key concept. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is the same as the formula for the volume of a prism. You studied that the volume of prism equals the base area times height. So the same here, the formula of the volume of the cylinder is V equals pH, where B is the area of the circular base and H is the height of the cylinder. So V equals P times H, or remember that the base area or the area of the circular base equals pi r squared. So we have another formula. We can use this formula sometimes. V equals pi r squared H. Are you happy with this? Yes? This is our lesson. We'll use these two formula. V equals pH, or sometimes we can use V equals pi r squared H. If we have the base area and the height, just use the first one. So just multiply the base area times height to find the volume of the cylinder. Or if you have the radius length of the base and the height, use the second one. Use pi r squared H. Are you happy with this? Yes? Okay. Page 424. The question is, find the volume of this cylinder. Look at this cylinder. What the 48? The 48, of course, is the height. And what the 24? 24 is not the radius length. 24 is the diameter length. So it's the diameter of the base. Of course, the base is a circle. Remember, we will not use the diameter, so we must divide the diameter by 2 to find the radius length. So, radius length R equals the diameter D divided by 2. So we must divide the 24 by 2 to find the radius length. 24 divided by 2, it's 12 inch. Now, we can continue. Of course, V equals pi r squared H. The question says use 3.14 for pi. So it's 3.14 times 12 squared because of r squared times H, the 48. Now multiply. What 3.14 times 12 squared times 48? Yes, it will be 21,703.68 cubic inch. Of course, this is the volume, and we use a cubic unit to measure the volume. So it's cubic inch, not squared inch. Squared inch is used for the area, but this is a volume, so we must write inch power 3 or cubic inch. Page 424. Read the question. Try to do it yourself. Stop the video and come back again if you have finished. Have you finished? Yes? Okay. The question says the area of the base of a cylinder is 78.5 inches squared. What's the volume? Look at this cylinder. Of course, the height is written. The height is 11 inch. So use our formula. We have the base area. So use the formula included the base area. So V equals pH. P is written. This is B, the base area. And this is H, the height. So just multiply 78.5 times 11. Multiply now. The answer will be 863 0.5. Of course, this is cubic inch. Page 425. The question says the volume of apple juice can is 300 milliliters, which is equal to 300 cubic centimeter. What the radius of the can? Use 3.14 for pi and round your answer to the nearest tenth. Read the question carefully. We have 300 milliliter is the capacity, and it's the same as the volume of this can. 300 milliliter or 300 cubic centimeter. What the radius length? The question asks about the radius length. So we will use the formula includes the base, the radius length, or V equals pi r squared h. So instead of V, we have V. So V is 300 cubic centimeter. We will use cubic centimeter because of the height is in centimeters. So it's 14 centimeter. And this is 300 cubic centimeter. So use 300 cubic centimeter because the 14 is centimeters also. So 300 equals 43.696 r squared. This is pi. Pi is about 3.14. He said use 3.14 for pi. Multiply 3.14 times 14. It's 43.96 r squared. Now solve this equation. How to solve this equation? Remember how to solve equations? Of course, we must divide the 300 divided by 43.96. Divide now. The answer is 6.82. So r squared equals 6.82. How to find r? Of course, we will use the positive square root. Find the positive square root of 6.82. The answer is about 2.6 or 2 6/10. So the radius of the can is about 2 6/10 centimeters. Page 425. Read this question. Do it. Stop the video. Come back again if you have finished. Have you finished? Yes. Okay, so check your answer with me. Of course, the 15 here is the diameter length. So the first step, we must find the radius length. Of course, the radius length equals the diameter length divided by 2. So what's 15 divided by 2? Of course, it's 7.5 inches. So 7.5 inches. And 5,000. Of course, 5,000 thousands here is the volume. And the question, what the height? So what's h? And use 3.14 for pi. Here we don't have the base area, we have the radius length. So use this formula. V equals pi r squared h. 5,000 is V, so instead of V, it's 5,000 equals, instead of pi is about 3.14 at the question, times R, instead of R, it's 7.5, so of course it's 7.5 squared, this is R squared, times H. H is the required, we don't know the value of H. Now simplify this equation. Of course this is an equation. So the first step, simplify. How to simplify? We must multiply 3.14 times 7.5 squared. So 5,000 stay the same. And 3.14 times 7.5 squared will be 1,176.625. H stay the same. Of course, to find the value of h, we must divide by this number. We must divide by 176.625. So divide 5000 divided by 176.625. Simplify. The answer is about 28 inch. So the height is about 28 inch. Are you happy with this? Yes? Okay. Page 426. What the volume of this cylinder? Express your answer in terms of pi. Read the question carefully. Here we have the base area, we have the height. So can we find the volume of the cylinder? Yes, of course. V equals P BH, the base area times height. We have the base area, we have the height, so just multiply the base area times the height. So V stayed the same. B is 4 pi according to the question. 4 pi times 10, and instead of h write 10. So what's 4 pi times 10? 4 times 10 is 40. So the answer is 40 pi cubic millimeter. Page 426, question 5. What the approximate height of this cylinder? Use 3.144 pi, and if necessary, round to the nearest tenth. Read the question carefully. Stop the video. Do it. Come back again if you have finished. Have you finished? Yes? Okay. Now, of course, 10 here is the radius length, and 314 is the volume, and the required is h. So how to think? We must use the formula which contains radius length. So V equals pi r squared h. Therefore, instead of V, write 314, and instead of pi, it's about 3.14. R is 10, so r squared is 10 squared, times h. H is the required, so h stayed the same. The next step, we must solve this equation. So begin with simplifying this equation. We must multiply 3.14 times 10 squared. Of course, 10 squared is 100, so 100 times 3.14 is 314. So 314, the left hand side stayed the same, equals 314h. To find the solution, divide by 314, or 314 times 1 equals 314, so h equals 1. So the answer here is about 1 foot. Are you happy with this? Yes? Okay, thank you and goodbye.